Hey guys, Tichondrous here, doing another toy review, and this time it's for something a little different, and it's for the 2016 Hero Mashers Hasbro figures. Now, I'm not a big fan of this toy line, and they do Marvel Hero Mashers, Star Wars Hero Mashers, and there's also, who else is there? There's the Jurassic World ones that they did with the dinosaurs. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it. The styles are kind of the proportions and the styles are kind of cartoony, but I'm a sucker for monster figures, and they did a Monsters wave, kind of similar to the way they're doing like the zombie wrestling figures and the mutations wrestling figures. So I picked up two of these figures. Now, one I've had for quite a while and I haven't done a review of him. I was intending on doing a review, but I just didn't get around to doing it, so I'm going to do the two together. So the two figures I picked up is this guy. I'll just bring his box into view. Ooh, bear with me there. He's called Iron Vulf. And it's Vulf as in V-U-L-F instead of Wolf. And if we just flip around the back of the box, you see a picture of him at the side of the box. And if you flip around the back, it shows some of the other figures. It shows the main figure itself combined with other figures, and it shows the other figures that where the parts came from. So the other figures you have are Frankenslimer, Grim Flame, which is sort of a cool looking translucent Grim Reaper figure, and then there's Bone Trasher, which is a zombie, but he's like a skateboarding zombie. He actually comes with a skateboard. And the guy I'm going to review, which is Iron Vulf, he's pretty cool. He's kind of a punk rocker sort of type design mixed with a werewolf. And the other figure I picked up, I just bring his box in, it's a bit more battered since I haven't reviewed it. It's called Fishhook. On the back you can see the only other one that isn't on the back, or isn't on the back of the other one, which is the guy at the bottom here called Radvalanche. There is another guy as well, which is the guy that's on the cover of the box, which is the Pumpkinhead guy as well, who's really cool. I might pick him up. He has an awesome, the way his head is designed, it's awesome. It has kind of blue piping, light piping all the way around the back of it, so the entire front should light up if you put a light behind it. And I think that's it for the wave of figures that they made. But onto the figures themselves. This is Iron Vulf himself. Let me just get him into view. Now, as I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Hero Mashers because they have sort of limited articulation, but I'll go through it quickly. So he has swivels on the arms. This is one of the areas I think they should have given them ball joints. It would have been way cooler. It has a rotation in the upper elbow, nothing in the lower wrist, and the way it's designed is you can pop the elbow off at the joint. The idea behind these mashups figures is that you mix and match the figures to create new and different characters. This is one of the interesting things about this guy. He actually has an articulated jaw, which is an extra articulation points that they generally don't have. He has this kind of cool, kind of reminds me of Trap Jaw from Masters of the Universe style metal jaw. His head just pops off. It's on a ball joint, so it can go forwards, backwards. Can't really look up too much, but it can look down quite well, and then rotates left and right. But the way it's designed is at an angle, so kind of get more, not too much good side to side on it. His legs can go forward and backwards. Single hinge knee. Again, the legs are designed to pop off, and you can mix and match with the other figures. You can actually pop the leg off at the bottom of the knee, or at the knee, or at the hip, and then you just pop these legs back into place. No waist articulation, which is another kind of downside. It kind of would have been cool if they had waist articulation. He has these peg holes all around his body, which you got 3 on his back, 2 on either leg, one on either kind of leg section, and 1 on either arm section. And he does come with this cool accessory, which is like it's basically, it's an axe, but it's a axe because it's also a guitar. So you can actually hold it in, can hold it well enough in two hands. You can kind of rotate his hands enough so you can hold it, and you can have him playing his guitar, and he looks pretty badass with it. He has kind of a leather jacket type thing on, so it's sort of like a punk rocker, sort of werewolf rocker type thing. So that's Iron Vulf. And Fishhook, again, another figure I just picked up because I'm a sucker for monster figures, and I love kind of merman designed kind of creatures, and this guy is no exception. He's quite a cool designed figure. Again, he has the same limited articulation as Iron Vulf. He doesn't have, he can't go out, and he just rotates at the shoulder, at the upper shoulder. His hook just flew off on me, so bear with me a moment. That's one thing that he has as an extra articulation point. He has this hook hand, hence the name Iron Hook, that can be unplugged, and you can plug other stuff into the hand, but it can also, you can actually position the hook in different positions, which is quite cool. He has these kind of big fins on the back of his hands, and you can rotate his hands at the elbow. Again, it would have been nice if you could get some extra articulation in the hands, as in like a swivel at the elbow, so you can actually turn his arms. I don't think neither of them have that sort of ability. That would have been another nice articulation point if they could include it, just so you can actually get two-handed weapon kind of poses quite easily on them. He does have a few other bits, like this kind of crotch piece that is separate, that pops off. It has a little starfish design on it and a bit of armour, and then when you get him in the packaging, this is actually a separate piece. His rear fins, and they're painted purple and green. It's kind of a cool colour. These guys stand about, I think they're about 5 inches tall. I don't have a measuring tape to hand, unfortunately, but they're taller than G.I. Joe figures, and they're a bit smaller. They're a good bit smaller than the Masters of the Universe line. I was hoping to kind of mix and match them into my Masters of the Universe classics as kind of henchmen kind of figures, but unfortunately they're just a tad bit too small. But just so you can see the mashup gimmick, I'll just take these guys apart and show you the way you can do this. So sorry if you can't see it on screen, but there you go. Just a quick mashup, so you can see how easily it is just to kind of click the parts off and then just swap and change parts, so you have some weird unique creatures. As I said, it's quite a cool design, a cool line. I'm not a big fan of hero mashers in general, but I like the monsters. The designs are kind of more unique, and they don't look like, because they're monsters, they don't look like out of proportion humans like the Marvel kind of stuff does, and the Star Wars ones do. Even though some of the Star Wars alien ones don't look too bad, but some of like the human characters like Han Solo, Obi-Wan and Luke and all them kind of look really cartoonish. But I guess that's the way they were going for these figures. They were kind of making them cartoonish, even though, as I said, the monsters don't suffer too much from the cartoonish appearance. They do have bright colours and stuff like that, but they look fairly gruesome enough that they got away with avoiding the overall too cartoony view of them. So I'll just slap them back together there. As I said, as I keep saying, not a big fan of the swapping out parts. I like the figures as they are. So, but if you want, I hope you enjoyed this quick review of the figures. If you want to, feel free to make a comment on them in the comment section below. I'm not sure if these are available in the States. I know they were shown at Toy Fair, and it was kind of up in the air whether or not they were being released. So, they're over here in Ireland, but as far as I know, I'm not sure if they got a US release. It could be something that they're on the way to the US. I know some people like the Hero Mashers line, so I'm just putting that out there, that I'm not sure if they're been released in the States or will be released in the States shortly. But overall, it's quite a cool line. The other figure that I do remember from the Toy Fair panel, but I haven't seen it, is actually a really cool Dracula figure, but it comes with a big kind of chopper style motorbike, and he's able to combine parts off the motorbike to clip on his armor onto him and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. But unfortunately I haven't seen that one, and I don't know if that got released at all. But there you go, guys, just a quick review for these figures. As I always say, if you like the video, click like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and as always, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Enjoy your day, guys.